congratulations and welcome to a special show on the internet we call Hey, Listen! What? How do we get out of here? Date night, probably. Who knows?
No.
Fairies. I'm DM Matt. Fairies? Nate, playing the Kraken?
Yeah, there's a bunch of fairies around here.
Mm-hmm. And also fairies. Ian, playing Romardo.
Do not trust these faithful.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget fairies. Sheva playing Sheva. Shafa playing Sheva.
Yes,
God damn it.
Shayla. I mean, I'm Shayla too.
Right. You are.
I mean, chaotic.
Yep. So this is a show, barely, where people playing a game live, and fairies are currently happening. So let's see what that's about, huh? Anyone got a decent recap that doesn't just involve a single word of fairies?
Fairies are scary.
Yep.
They were kidnapping and eating people.
Allegedly.
Assumedly.
It was a shopping episode last week.
Mm-hmm.
It was, yeah.
The Bank of Kraken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it turns out your blood, it's definitely gold.
Yeah.
You're down what? Did I say 4 hit points?
Yes.
Okay.
Down 4 hit points.
That's what I thought.
And no armor.
Yeah,
we don't have armor on at all.
You guys are as naked as the fairies are that are surrounding you.
just strolling around the street in our skivvies.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And candy. You guys have, well, you had a wheelbarrow full of candy. Now you have half of a wheelbarrow full of candy.
I feel like we must have proceeded very stealthily to not attract attention, because that means like 3 people in their underwear just strolled down the street with a wheelbarrow full of candy.
Uh-huh.
And nobody said a word.
Are you telling me that would attract attention?
I mean,
Are you telling me all 4 of us forgot that you guys weren't supposed to have clothes on the whole session? I don't think that sounds true. Anyways, with that, let's soak it in. Let's not forget, by the way, the clock is officially ticking. You guys now have till the end of a world, possibly, 2 days and 12 hours left. So keep that in mind, and we will soak in with our lovely theme song.
Theme song. Theme song.
I just want you to know I had quite possibly the worst dance move of all time just now. It's not worth looking into. Anyways, let's see what fairies is ferrying around the fairies. Switch over to Nate O'Vision. And wham bam, you guys are in the top of what used to be a clock tower. Used to be. It is still a clock tower, but you guys are now within the clock tower. Surrounded by fairies that you guys can all see now. Last you remember, a very long-necked dinosaur-like fey creature pushed its head through the backside of the actual clock of the clock tower, took a big old gulp of candy, and went back into the clock. This clock somewhat being ethereal, where you can somewhat see through it, but you can still see the clock hands. But inside the clock, there are just creatures and forest and like beautiful sunsets and whatnot. But within the room you're in, fairies. Lots of them. Imagine being surrounded by poop. Not from life experience today whatsoever. Being surrounded by poop in a building that is supposed to be cleaning poop and turning it into water. How many flies could possibly be in that one room? That's what it's like for you guys, but just fairies.
Oh man.
I would like to spoon them a song.
With your spoons.
Hmm.
Which
spoon.
remind us all what do those spoons do?
They're very persuasive spoons.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I
Your
mean,
character sheet reads charming spoons of charm.
Charming spoons of charm.
hmm so I'm gonna charm these motherfuckers.
Why don't you roll me a charm? Would you like +3 or would you like advantage?
Let's do advantage.
Absolutely.
It's a numbers game.
Oh, well, I'll be. Let's, you know.
She has a +2.
So this game, in case you happen to be brand new and you happen to be watching in this exact moment, which I know you're not, but you never know. 8 is the highest you can get. Advantage meaning Shefa gets to roll twice. Her first roll was a 4, and then she rolled an 8, which means wham blam wazzle. It doesn't get any better than that. Sheva, what does this spooning sound like? Peace. Man, I hope it sounds like that. Because that would have been impressive.
Yeah. The internet, where she is spotty at best sometimes.
That's fair.
I'm
In all honesty, I think we all know what spoons sound like. And if you don't, go find some spoons and hit them together. Preferably on your lap and then the top of your hand.
Am I here? Hello?
You are
Can
here.
Yeah. I just went onto my data because I was like, I don't trust our internet. Yeah. I was gonna say like Coheed and Cambria kind of sounding spoons.
Sure. And are there any words with the rattling of spoons against knee and palm?
No, I'm just gonna let the spoons do the talking.
Absolutely. That means I have to do a lot of work.
They're good at talking.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically, no, I'm gonna talk to them and say like, I would like them to follow me outside.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as you may or may not be able to see, that fairy fell to its death. That's not true.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I just wanted to turn around and not do what it just did. You have a rather large gathering of fairies that are now just in front of you, like kind of hovering. Some are sitting on the ground. Some
are like a Pied Piper type of situation.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
And Mars just like tapping his foot, bobbing his head. That's some good spoons.
And I mean, like the candy can come with us. That can be a.
Ooh, okay.
But we're not going to stray too far from the candy.
Interesting.
Lead them back out into the street with the candy.
Yes.
So you
gotta work on this fairy infestation.
You tell them that, and like a few of them tilt their head, and like look at stairs, look at you guys, look at stairs, look at you guys. I just want you to know, an 8 for sure succeeded, and these fairies have like enjoyed your bob, loved life, and then you start to move.
They are not going, are they?
Yeah. You move towards the stairs, and a group of them cover the stairs.
So like they're just barring entry.
Yep.
Okay.
Barring exit.
Well, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, can I try and talk to who's in charge? Is there somebody in charge?
What would you like? Would you like to ask that? Just out in the
Yes. Yes.
open? Multiple fairies just kind of point towards the clock and the shimmer that is the clock.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm.
Is that where all the other people were?
One of the fairies goes in there and is gone for at most 5 minutes. Is there anything you would like to do?
Hmm. I mean, like, is he getting the manager?
Just look like he listened to what you said and then went in, and it has not come back yet.
Hmm.
Should we follow, or do we get out of here?
I feel like if we try to get out of here, there's going to be like a lot of dead fairies, and possibly very dead us.
It's true.
You just hear
I don't know,
like
it's
flapping by your ears. Flap, flap, flap.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Uh, after an amount of time, the fairy comes back.
Hey Tim, do you speak fairy?
Not now.
All right. Just wondering if you got your own language.
I think I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Orby, do you speak fairy?
Orby just kind of like turns ethereally and goes, I think I might now. I think that might be a thing I'm going to look into at this exact moment.
Wait, really? You can just. Oh, wait. Can you look into their brains? Does it work like that with fairies too?
No, but somebody has to know. And like you can see him just like his cloud is like moving around. Then just dialect. And then like he just like looks up and he makes like weird sounds that are almost clicky, and then every now and then there's a hum, and it has like a nice rhythm to it, like a high low of the piano. And a couple of the fairies look at Orby, and then you just hear Orby talking in common again. They said that one wasn't right. A different how many dialects? And he seems to be having a conversation for the time being.
I mean, hopefully he can work this out, and then we have a translator. That was my big idea for the moment.
The fairy does come back through the clock, holding just like commoner clothes. One of them is like there's a pocket watch still dangling out of it, but that's about it. Pants, pair of suspenders.
What the?
Is there like blood on them?
Not that you can tell.
Can I wear the pants?
Probably, yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Since I don't have clothes on.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
you have pants. That's something that no one else in this room can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of check the
one
pockets.
armor point.
Yeah, I will, in fact, give you one armor point. You bet.
Woo!
Like,
Can I check the pockets?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll for it?
Oh no, just how are you just grabbing everything? Are you checking one pocket at a time? There's a pocket. There's a pocket watch dangling out of one. Is that like your okay? So you pull that out, and it seems to be showing you a time. It's not currently the time. Oh, sorry.
Is the time relevant?
It's not the time that the clock is showing right now.
Do we have another watch to compare it to?
Just the big clock. that is the center front face of this room, and then the pocket watch in your hand.
I was more talking to Remy and Kraken.
Man, I'll shut up.
I
I
don't
can-
specifically have a watch in my
I
character.
can count, but I can't count time. Barnaby
But,
may have a watch.
Barnaby might have a watch.
Well, you know, from time to time, I've carried multiple different time-telling devices. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Do you have one now?
Nate, does Barnaby have a watch?
Does he still have the timekeeper's watch?
Oh
The
boy.
time god?
Oh boy. It's a very. I think you and me discussed putting it back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that ever happened, so I will give that to you. It's up to you. Did that go back on the shelf to complete the set, or did that get pocketed?
I thought we never got back in the. I don't know. I don't remember if we ever got back.
I don't know if you ever did. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the
We're
shelf.
We're too distraught by the death of Shelley.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's fair.
and, yeah, we got
Uh,
a godly man's watch.
Yeah, I want to check the time against that watch
okay.
to see which one is correct.
Barnaby
If the wall clock or if that watch is correct.
Barnaby pulls it out of his pocket and he goes, "Well, I'll be. Would you look at that? We haven't quite returned this yet. This wasn't ours. In fact, I think we were going to at one point in time, but things get in the way."
I'll forgive you this time.
You've got a bunch of things.
That's a good Barnaby.
By mistake is the key there.
Mhm.
And he'll just put it on like one of the tables close by and like walk away slightly. But he wants to stay pretty close.
Okay, I just want to check the time of the watch, the pocket watch against Barnaby's watch.
So are you putting it down next to the timekeeper's watch, or are you holding the pocket watch?
Holding it.
Okay. The pocket watch is telling you a time. We're just going to generically give you, let's say the main clock does in fact give you about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The pocket watch is giving you about 10 o'clock at night. Mhm. The timekeeper's clock, however, has about 6 different hands. One of them spinning extremely fast, one of them very slow, but like still visibly moving. One of them is like wiggling straight, like upward. And then a few of them are just rotating at different speeds.
What is this even?
What is it indeed? I'm not entirely positive.
Okay. Well, that was less than helpful.
You seem pushy about it, Barnaby. Did you want it back?
I feel bad that we took it, is all.
Okay, Barnaby. I think that guy went somewhere, so maybe like it could
Okay,
come in
wait.
handy later, Barnaby.
Do we have an insight check in this game?
Would you like to insight check something?
Yes.
Okay.
Barnaby's acting freaky about that watch.
Absolutely, sure. You can roll intelligence to see what he's doing. Sheva, I want you to roll intelligence because you are holding the pocket watch.
Mm.
Ooh.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
I don't know what my if I have like anything added to my sheet
Right.
for that.
You have a +0 to intelligence for shame.
So no, that's
Ah.
a 6.
You have fumbled in the fact that you for a brief moment it looked like the big clock and the timekeeper's watch were in sync, And then one of the hands that is going super fast has like bumped all of the hands into something different. So like you notice, like you look at your pocket watch, a little bit off. Main clock, pretty, you know, it's set like it was 2 seconds ago. Timekeeper's watch, perfectly in sync with big clock, but then reset itself with one of the spinning hands. Mm-hmm. Ian, Ramar, though, you kind of just get like a basic nervousness from Barnaby, not necessarily the watch. In just knowing Barnaby, he's probably not used to stealing on purpose or accident.
I was kind of getting like Gollum in the Ring vibes for a second there.
Can I put my head through the clock?
Oh, absolutely. You put your head through the clock in what kind of looked like a fuzzy, poor graphically looking like utopia. Now that your head's through is just like the sun beats on your face and it just feels warm, not hot, warm. You see all these creatures that like stop for a split second, look at you, and some of them wave and smile with the teeth out. You see like some very large, what would appear to be like scary, hairy, like bear-like creatures stop and look at you, and then they just like pick up their cubs, put them on their back, and like keep walking where they're going. Just a world that seems in sync. Everybody.
I'm just watching Shayva stick her head through this thing.
Yeah, for everyone else, abrupt. Shayva walks towards the clock, head out.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I'm going to turn around and kind of explain to the guys what I saw in there and be like, y'all want to check this out with me? Like, I feel like the only way out is in kind of thing at this point.
A bunch of fairies are behind you just nodding.
I feel like they're going to kill us if we don't go through, so we should probably go through.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
Okay.
You guys should get in like the sandwich. I can't beat the sandwich anymore.
The sandwich can be reunited.
Yeah. The Kraken is just kind of like nervously saying it. He feels bad. He's just like, that's it.
Wait,
He's just like,
wait.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can Barnaby touch Kraken?
Should we try?
Barnaby is an experiment. Hold
Yeah.
Kraken's hand.
The Kraken pulls out his hand.
Do I have your consent, sir?
Yeah, Barnaby. What's that?
Okay. And he reaches out, and you guys' hands have connected.
Whoa.
He doesn't
How
go
does
through
it
you.
feel? Whoa.
Now, if Barnaby holds Shayva's hand, this just became a larger sandwich. The sandwich lives!
Yes! We've discovered a workaround. For some reason, myself and the Kraken can hold hands.
Yeah. I feel better now.
Me too, oddly enough. Should we maybe grab the watch? Are we leaving that on the table?
Yeah,
No.
That's time. Maybe I can use the watch.
The fairies will steal it if we leave it.
Is there any numbers on the watch?
Oh, a lot of numbers.
So many.
Kraken, it's literally 1 through 100 just scattered randomly all over the watch.
He is having a field day counting those numbers.
Mm-hmm. I imagine it's like a word search for numbers. You're like, 1.
Yes.
Oh, there's 2. There's 2.
And then he's like, okay, let's go.
Okay. Nate, would you mind rolling an intelligence for Barnaby just ever so slightly?
Oh, I gotta pull up his deal.
Slight
I wasn't sure
intelligence
if I was
check.
going to use it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. it's a real look and you'll miss it kind of moment. But Romardo, you're a pretty smart fellow too. Why don't you roll intelligence as well?
Wow.
Wow.
Out
Okay.
of 10.
You both rolled extremely high. Kraken, you go to pick up the watch, and does anyone hand the watch to him, or is he just grabbing it off the table?
I guess because they both noticed Romardo scooped it up and handed it to him.
Absolutely. Romardo, you're picking up this watch, and like as it gets to the Kraken, once again it lines up perfectly with the clock in front of you. But then as Kraken grabs it, it turns into an hourglass with like multiple different turns. One of which is the outside wheel just continuously like spilling by itself.
Oh, hey, I wonder where that went. I had one, and it was an hourglass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's a lot of them. What the fuck?
It's about 4, and then one wheel on the outside with sand inside of it.
Whoa.
Are they like pokeable?
You want to touch it? Or are you going to request it back? Because currently the Kraken has it.
If he's just holding his hand around, just kind of like wants to reach out. He just wants to touch the outer ring of it. Like, is it moving?
The sand inside is currently still. But you do hear Barnaby go, Kraken, would you mind handing that to our friend Romardo, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And as it transfers from hand to hand, it turns back into a watch.
Whoa. Why is mine different?
I don't know. That was weird. Hands it back to the Kraken.
Hourglasses with hula hoop. Kraken, you hand it to Sheva?
Yeah.
It's a watch.
Tim.
Yep, it's a watch.
Why about
Tim, you're a wizard. Do you know what the fuck this is?
I'm not positive. But it seems that maybe Kraken being a god has changed things?
Oh, no. It was an hourglass before I was anything.
We did get it from the god of time?
Maybe. Do you have the... I don't... Maybe because I can't tell time, it made me that thing.
That's a very good idea on their part.
That
makes sense.
I mean, I think it will be interesting to see if you can do anything with it, Kraken.
Yeah. You want me to try to do something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's handed back to the Kraken, and it is 4 hourglasses somewhat intertwined with the hula hoop on the outside.
The Kraken stares at it.
You have stared depth within the sand, and drip, drip goes the sand. Multiple fairies have like surrounded you, Kraken, and like they've watched this exchange go back and forth, and a crowd has gathered, leaving about 2 or 3 at the stairs. But you have seen them like looking around it, watching the sand fall. A couple of them poke the outer hula hoop part, trying to see like why isn't this sand falling. So there's that.
Whoa, fairies! This is like God stuff.
They scatter, but then they slowly come back.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why I have an hourglass and you guys have this watch. Maybe it's
This might be a mystery for another time.
I could count like 100 sand pieces if you want.
Drip. Drip.
1, 2,
drip.
3.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Thank you. All right,
Welcome to Date Night, where we count sand falling. Tune in next time when sand falls.
We're just sitting there very patiently watching him count it like he's going to get tired of this any time.
Uh-huh.
He's not going to get tired of this.
He's gonna get to 100 and be like, "Do you want me to do it again?"
Yep.
Kraken.
Yeah.
Interesting that you say that. Do you wait for it to fall all the way down to? It would be about 60. You'd get to 60 before one side is empty.
I got to 60. That one has 60 in it.
There's still another one that's much slower pace than that, but one of these sides are gone.
One is no more sand on one side. I
don't know if that's good or bad.
I don't know, but 60 happened.
Wow. And based on the relative amount of sand in there, would you say that's like 1/60th of one of the other hourglasses?
You know, it's absolutely crazy you say something like that, and it's almost like one of them is like 1/24th. Things are happening, and it's insane.
Yeah.
But with that observation, you do notice each drop of sand correlated with the second hand on the clock behind the Kraken, who is beautifully framed just in front of this clock.
I just counted 60 seconds.
Yes, you did.
Nice. Guys,
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there's 60 sand in there.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling very proud of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the highest.
That was very accurate.
Yeah. Are we into the portal, or are we fighting our way through fairies?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the
A
portal.
lot of the fairies just lean back.
I kind of don't want to murder a bunch of fairies either.
Well, it's either that or they join the army.
I'm still hoping for that.
Yeah.
I guess let's go talk to the fucking manager.
Nate, I've got some questions.
Okay.
Throughout that process, what were you doing with your hands and said hourglass? Does Kraken talk with his hands and or swing his hands when he walks?
I don't think the Kraken was walking at all. Mm-hmm. He's just like talking.
Sure.
I don't think he's talking with his hand. He's just like holding it.
Yeah.
But at one point he may have like moved.
Absolutely. Interesting. Okay. Well, anyways, what would you guys like to do?
Barnaby, do you want your watch back?
I'm actually doing somewhat of a study at the moment. Would you mind carrying it for quite some time?
Sure. Does it have like a chain? I can wear it, like, or how I'm gonna wear it?
I don't see one.
Oh, all right. Well, it may be difficult.
I can wear it as a watch.
That's right. It does turn into a watch.
Yeah. What were you studying?
It just the way the sand move seemed to correlate with the clock, and I'm just curious what some of those hourglasses do. Because we know
me to hit one.
Of course. No, you. Sure.
Which one?
I think we can control time. That's what I'm hoping.
That would be really neat. We can become like super strong, and then just take out the mind flayers. Because we can train.
Kraken. Can the Kraken resist the urge to flex while saying the word super strong?
No, he can't.
Absolutely.
It's like he like you just see, and then he flicks one of the hourglass things.
Absolutely. Everybody besides the Kraken roll perception. And Nate, would you mind rolling Barnaby a perception as well? Ooh, heavy-handed so far. Heavy-handed.
Not good. Not good.
Mm-hmm.
We're checking out the portal.
Barnaby! 4.
Ooh.
I already got my head in the portal.
Portal. Barnaby, just intrigued by the Kraken's physicality of his movements, and Shelly distracting Tim. In fact, someone in your party has noticed, but they don't speak words. So with that, everyone walks towards the clock tower, huh?
I guess so. Now that you put it like that,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, we can always just kill the fairies.
They all turn and look at
that
you.
is still an option.
The Kraken just looks like, "Are you gonna let us out?"
The fairies don't move.
You guys keep mean mugging us, but like we could just kill you.
They all smile?
I guess we can go to the portal.
I mean, I gotta admit, I do want to see the world of fairies.
All right. Holding on to the hourglass, the Kraken's like, "Sandwich." Oh wait, she was already ever ahead in there. Never mind. Open face.
Holding the hand of Barnaby, the Kraken becoming physical again. This group of course, the Sandwich plus Barnaby, Magello, Orby, Shelly, and Tim walk through the clock portal and fall about 20 feet. Orby, of course, floats. Shelly flaps aggressively until he lands softly on the ground, and everyone else. How do you land on the ground?
Wait, I'm no one falls because I'm godly, and I can just my wings on my feet.
Interesting.
Right.
So within a blink of an eye, flop, 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 flop. You grab everybody.
I am like the messenger god. I'm pretty, and we're all holding hands.
Yeah, no, you can move super fast if you want. I'm just asking if that's what you want to do. Would you like to use a godly duty to move aggressively fast?
Oh, I figured the Kraken just floats and everyone's like hanging off of the Kraken.
Like, you remember that scene in Iron Man when he saves all the people from the plane?
Yep.
I'll grab hands in the air.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. You're not really using your speed, so sure. Absolutely. It's easy enough to do.
Sandwich prevails.
It's a sandwich prevails.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a reason that we do it.
It's actually, strangely enough, I've had to retcon some things. It's saved you guys from a fall. It's kept poor stealth checks in it's helped.
It started as a joke, but
the first mission,
viable.
Yeah, the first mission caused that one guy to not be so serious.
Yep. Yeah, it's the sandwich has worked. You guys do find a very luscious 3 inches in height grass, perfectly green. Multiple creatures who have scattered but now start to come back towards you of all shapes and sizes. Skinless, covered in fur. Fur that seems to be like on fire and then dying and then on fire and dying. I mean, countless different creatures all around you.
Oh, what are these guys?
Which one of you is the fucking manager?
A bunch of them just look around.
God damn it.
Orby.
Manager.
Hey, what happened? I was talking to somebody.
Yeah, it's
Oh, you can't talk to people in our world anymore.
This is brand new to me.
Hmm.
I've never not heard voices. I can hear you guys. Think something.
Marta thinks like, Orby, we've just stepped into a new world.
Think.
There's a portal to this fairy world in my town.
Are you thinking? Are you thinking? Are any of you thinking?
The Kraken is counting.
Think, count louder. And like Orby is like floating and like pushing itself towards your head.
Romardo's thinking out of like, can you hear me right now?
He's just like, now the Kraken is thinking, but is counting, but he's scream counting in his head.
Orby like pushing up against Kraken's head, like, come on, think louder.
I'm probably not the
Holy
right one to
shit.
think.
Scream internally.
Holy
Just
shit,
a
he's cut
long,
off here.
a long scream.
Orby like slowly starts to turn like red towards the bottom and just like, why aren't you guys thinking? I said think louder.
Holy shit, he's cut off.
Whoa.
He doesn't work here.
Orby
He
just
still
like, you
float,
can see
though.
his like floating smoke is like moving and like looking at each one of you like, you're not thinking, right? No, this is a big joke. You guys aren't thinking?
No.
How the fuck could we be like doing stuff if we're not thinking?
I got to 55, Orby.
I've never. This is. Orby doesn't say anything.
Okay, man.
Well,
So I
it is
guess
a
we should try
different
to
world.
make this quick.
It's a different world, Orby.
You
Wait.
guys, I'm concerned that he may just decide to blow up if we stay here too long.
Oh, yeah. That's probably not. Hey, can you guys touch me?
Oh, yeah. And poke.
Just stop him.
Barnaby holds up you guys' hands like, I can do it. And
Nope.
you
Stop him.
guys poke the Kraken, and you slap him, of course.
Oh my god.
Whoa. I'm physical.
Wait,
Alright.
Barnaby lets go of your hand and goes, slap again.
Stop.
Hand goes right through.
Poke, poke.
Poke goes right through.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, I'm still, yeah. I'm not that physical.
That's
Hold his hand.
different.
Barnaby holds hand. And a slap. Kraken 4.5 hit points.
What?
It's don't actually take half.
Yeah. I don't know if I can quantify it.
So weird. Attention, weird fairy creatures.
They all
Why did
stop
you
and
want
look
us
at
to
you.
come here? Like, why did you want us to come here?
The one with like the half-mile long neck like looks and like serpents its neck over to you and like just like goes underneath your legs almost with it just like waiting.
But what you want, pets or something? And they start scratching it.
Maybe they have mail.
There is a very loud purring sound.
Maybe they got mail. The Kraken will dive deep into his bag and search for fairy mail.
Absolutely. You pull it out very quickly. You pull out, honestly, hundreds and hundreds of letters. Like, you pull out a handful and just like double checking, you pull out another handful. They're all addressed to Kraken. You don't know what it says.
Yeah. Can I get someone to help me read?
Sure.
Mm.
Can I help him read?
Yes, they're all addressed to fairies, goblins, goobly-gocks, twit flickers, quablets, just various different, very odd names. And some of them start to get bolder and bolder. And then some of them start to be the whole envelope in like broken crayon. And then some of them just say, stop it. Stop it. It's absolutely stop. Fairies.
Males here.
I don't know why that was so funny. That hit me in the giggles.
Here's the mail. It sometimes fails.
It seems it's failed for many years.
Very new to this tale. Mail.
As multiple creatures. I mean, in fact, to describe a few, there is a wooden, small, childlike creature that like grabs one, cracks it open. There are like absolute just fluff balls that roll by, reach out with like hands that are just T-Rex hands. They grab them, pulls them into their fluff. Some are just grass that like intertwine into hands, grab it, pull it down. Just multiple things happening around you, and they just start to read, and then get angry, and throw things on the ground. Pass letters throughout themselves. Some look confused. Some don't have faces. And lots of sounds are happening.
Oh, job well done.
They seem happy. They seem happy to have got their mail.
Well, hopefully. Yeah. Try.
What did you guys do with the other people who came through that portal?
The wooden young boy like shakes the letter at you and like pokes you with it, and then shakes the letter at you. What do you do, Kraken?
What?
I can't read.
He just kind of looks at you kind of funny.
Yeah.
He waves the letter in your face.
I take the letter. I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
You have some text to speech.
Currently, you just see goobly gobble, bloop blip blobble, she wapple.
Anybody know how to read this?
I will try to read it.
Dear fairies, I know you did it. Please give me back my sock. I only have 2 pairs, and you've already taken one last winter. My toes are starting to get cold. I cannot keep alternating feet. Please, 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 give me back my sock.
Did you take this man's sock?
Just the wooden boy like just looks at you and shakes his head. He also is pointing at his glove though, which is a wooden glove.
Is his glove made of a sock?
Oh, made of wood.
What? Is you mad about your hand or something?
He takes the letter and shakes it at you, throws it on the ground.
Are you the guy who wrote this? Are you the guy who wrote this fucking letter?
He stares at you and like his eyes don't move because they're made of wood, but you feel like they're judging you. The small
I don't know.
the small tanglement of fluff grabs its letter and it gently hands it into your hands.
Okay.
This one reads, "Come on, all my buttons. You guys are the worst."
Did you take this man's buttons?
Just 2 hands kind of go up in a shrugging motion.
Dude.
You guys, what's going on?
Yeah, are you stealing things and people?
They all respond with like a looking at you motion, and the ones that do have heads shake them no.
It's just I noticed that there were a lot of missing people posters and
Mhm.
a lot of bones and clothing on the other side of that portal.
The wooden boy's nose just increases in size slowly.
So Juno, he like looked at the wooden boy. Have you ever played poker?
He shakes his head no, and his nose stops growing.
There's something called the tell that tells you
Mhm.
when an unskilled player is lying.
His head is shaking. Yes, yes.
So have you been stealing people?
And he shakes his head no, and his nose starts growing.
Just see that right there. That makes Romardo think that you have been stealing people.
The fluff ball like pointing at his nose, and the wooden guy looks at it and like shoves it back in his face.
Shh. Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
The boy points at one of the creatures that almost looks like a bear, but like with a platypus like bill and like a beaver tail and like little tiny people raccoon hands.
Do any of you talk?
They all shake their head yes.
Wait. Do all of you talk?
They all shake their head yes.
And can you talk like us?
They all shake their head no.
God damn it. So close. So close, Kraken.
Yeah. Well,
Okay,
I've delivered the mail, so sounds like this place is, been delivered.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I guess I'm gonna go talk to the raccoon-handed bear guy.
He looks at you, points to himself,
Yeah, they all point to you.
and shakes his head no.
Is there someone here who's in charge?
You just like all get hit in the shins with the long necked creature that's been like laying on the ground purring at you.
Okay,
Can you
scratch you.
talk like us?
It takes a while because it's a super long neck, but it's shaking no. You think it's pretty long. Could just be itching.
Flop your neck about wildly if you're in charge here.
There's no flopping of a neck.
Why do you just want more scratches? Is that what this is?
Oh man, there's a moment of hesitation before it goes up off the ground and back down a couple times.
You just want okay, fine, scratch.
Oh, a lot of purring. Romardo, your hand, you go to scratch it and you see it's got some wrinkles to it, man. Starting to get a couple like age spots on your hand as well.
Wait, what's going?
Don't like that. Time is not running right here. Yeah, we should either go back or figure out what the fuck they want from us.
How does the crack?
I don't.
Do you look at yourself?
Yeah.
Oh man, your hands look great. They look the most ready to fight crime.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mhm.
What about my other parts of the sandwich?
They're looking quite old. They're getting older.
Yeah, we got to get out of here, guys. You guys are aging. I don't remember you guys like that.
What? Did you? Is he saying something? As Barnaby is like pointing to all of you. Now that you all are kind of aware, Orby is almost completely red.
No.
Just like the very top orb is not. Tim is just sleeping, hunched over.
I'm going to do a Kraken sight and investigate this the hourglass and see if I can get the thing to work.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you get an auto succeed. You're holding this hourglass. You're looking at it. It's like you can see that the sand is moving back and forth. It doesn't make a lot of sense. You can tell every now and then, like as you turn it upside down, to to like get the sand to pour back down the other way. One of the times it's up against the clock, the opposite side of the clock. And as you like poured it upside down, the sand from the like hula hoop edge, which surrounds everything, as that turns and that sand starts to pour around in a circle, the big clock behind it stops entirely.
Oh, do they? I'm gonna start just trying to move the sand in the circle.
Okay. So as far as like the whole unit, you're gonna spin it in a circle, or what do you mean the sand? The sand like in the
I did the outer ring or
Yeah.
something.
so think of it like tossing a pizza would be spinning it in a circle.
Oh, so there'd be a lot of time. What about the Kraken turns all the hourglasses on their side so no sand is dripping?
So here's my problem. I might not have explained it super well. They all like intersect in the middle.
Oh,
And so it's like a wheel, like a wheel on a car, and like each spoke
Oh.
is an hourglass that like in the middle like wrap around each other, and then the outer hula hoop is like the actual tire, the rubber.
Oh. Okay. Well, guys, have they stopped aging?
Absolutely
they-
not.
Oh God, we got to get out of here, guys. What about Chicken Shelly?
It's just moving quite a bit slower.
All right.
It kind of squeaks when it walks now.
Let's get out of here. The Kraken. I hope it don't break your arms. Grabs Barnaby.
It hurts so bad.
Yeah, knock it off.
Let's go, guys. And he gently flies up.
Okay. A lot of these fairies are just watching you. The long net one like whips at you. Kraken, roll. What do I want to make you roll to avoid a long neck dinosaur like individual? Roll me a dexterity.
I'm gonna use one with shadows to get advantage.
Okay. As this long neck sweeps you away from the clock.
Ooh. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna use a luck point to get a fumble.
Absolutely. Old people.
Can I give him a luck point?
Absolutely not.
No.
You're old and you're confused and you think you can, but you can't.
Take my luck.
Kraken, as you
I know
fly
what
through
you're
this, right like a cop trying to just barely tap a runaway vehicle, you guys all just fly through the clock. As you all tumble, all you old people take 5 damage. And you guys roll, smash into just various tables, corpses, skeletons, barrels, whatever you can imagine is up there. As Kraken, all of your companions are super old. What would you like to do?
The Kraken is desperate, and he's like, "I know you control time," and he spins the hourglass.
Okay. Which way do you spin it?
Is there any arrows? He's gonna spin it backwards.
So if Nate had to give me clockwise or counterclockwise, what would you say?
Oh, I would do counterclockwise to go back.
Okay.
Counter's got to be back, right?
Counterclockwise. The fairies stop in this room. You see them just like frozen in time, and your companions get slowly younger and younger and younger. Oh, right
Not
at the right age, and then you pass it, and then younger,
Oh.
and younger.
Oh, he spins it the other way.
Oh, and a little older,
And this time,
Oh,
back.
absolutely, right at the right age.
And he's like,
Does
"Oh,
this hurt?
You know what? For you guys, it probably feels very weird.
And now
It's like,
I
oh
wanna-
my god.
I want to play that song." Now I want to like what's like for
You remember
Jade Silent
growing
Bob
as a
movie?
teenager?
Yeah, little
Oh god.
bit of growing pains in the back, the knees ache, but then you're old and the arthritis kicked in and your fingers swelled up, but then they got really loose again, but then too loose because like the bones weren't set yet. Yeah, I mean, things weren't fun.
Yeah. You guys got really old, and I wasn't. But I figured out how to do time.
I mean, that's pretty cool. The fairies all seem to have stopped moving too. That's handy.
Well, now they
They
start
should've-
moving again and they go right towards your hourglass and they're just staring at it.
I'm like, you guys need to go. Shoo. Shoo. I'll turn you super old.
Taking people in there. They're
Yeah.
killing them.
Did they kill them or just invite them?
Taking them in there will kill them.
Yeah, it's true. But we're going to leave now.
a bunch of the fairies just shrugged. There are still about 5 at the door.
Fairies. Like, guys, maybe if you guys have Barnaby touch me and then you touch each other.
I can hear all you thinking. I can do it again.
Yeah.
Is he getting less red?
He's getting much less red.
Then we can, maybe that will protect you guys from time. And I'm going to move these fairies, return them into dust.
The fairies don't move. Orby just screams, "Everybody, shut up and stop thinking for one goddamn minute!"
Okay. That's easy.
He turns and looks at one of the fairies and goes, "Even you!" The fairy's like, "Me?" Hmm? And then Orby goes, "Uh-huh. I can understand his thoughts." And he like just shifts and looks at one of the fairies at the door.
That's pretty scary, right?
Yeah.
There's
So why do they want us to go in there?
There's a lot of silence between Orby, this fairy. A bunch of the other fairies are like surrounding him, like looking at him. And he's looking at all of them like, "Please, for the love of God, help me." And then Orby looks at you guys and goes, "Put down the hourglass on the
What?
table."
Why?
Orby like slowly becomes red again. He goes, "Put down the
All right.
hourglass on the table."
I put it on the table.
It turns back into a watch, and all of the fairies go after it.
What about my hourglass?
The stairs are open.
Orby!
We'll come back and kill them for it
Want
later.
to listen to other people again.
Okay. But I want the watch.
I don't care about the watch. I just had a crisis moment.
You didn't get old.
Orby goes right down the stairs.
Guys, get out. I'm gonna take the watch.
Okay.
Guys, get out first.
Or-
Kraken's gonna attempt to steal it.
Adorably, you and Barnaby are still holding hands.
Barnaby, you gotta get out of here.
Okay.
Okay. All right, fairies. Once they're out, the Kraken's gonna take the watch back.
Is everyone leaving?
I mean, he's got a plan, so Marta will trust him.
Okay. Sheba?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Tim leaves, Shelly leaves, Miguel leaves. Kraken, you address the fairies. About half of them look at you, half of them are like staring and looking at the watch.
I'm gonna take the watch now. And then the Kraken's going to grab the watch and he's gonna go Redstone and just move to Redstone. Well, I know he's inside he's at Redstone, but I figured there's like or Mr. Clean Master's house. And he's gonna just godly power fast travel.
That's what you want to do. You want to use one right now.
I use them.
God,
There's been-
are you thinking a godly duty as far as you would like to use a little bit of God to move very, very fast?
He's just gonna run down the stairs.
Okay, you grab the watch, you head towards the stairs, fairies.
And he's gonna just bulldoze through them.
Absolutely, you most certainly can. Roll a strength. Pow, 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 pow.
9.
Absolutely. Bam, 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 bam. As you're running through little perks, you can take half of 10, so 5 damage in total, however you want to take it. As these fairies have like bit onto you, but then you just push through them as they fly off. You head down the stairs. I would say that was pretty fast. The rest of the group is just at the bottom of the stairs, opening up the front door.
Coming through.
Like Vanilla saying to Shay, but like, I know I feel bad about leaving him, but the way he said it, I'm sure he has like a very clever, convoluted plan for how to get this squad back without going.
as a gang of fairies are now flying behind the Kraken, which seem to be the ones who were at one point messing with the watch. You guys are sprinting out of the clock tower. What would you like to do?
Remember, like, throw fistfuls of candy at them as he's running away.
Downside, your wheelbarrow is still upstairs.
Damn it! That's yeah.
I'd like to throw a single jack or a single cow trap at them.
A single cow.
Kraken coming at your head. What do you do?
I dodge it.
That's pretty simple. I would imagine Sheba has a little shit grin as she's pulling it out of her bag before she throws it.
The Kraken really like slow motion. Is that one of my
the Kraken.
Ian, would you remove that from my sheet, please?
Oh, absolutely. Take that away. Delete it. Kraken, you're running.
Yep.
Every other step, you feel like you are like in a Matrix movie. For like the briefest of seconds, you hear the fluttering of fairy wings. Fum, 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 fum. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, Barnaby gets to the door and he goes, "Ah, get out! Everybody get out!" And he opens up the door. Who's all running through the door? Does anyone want one last attack at fairies, or are you running through door?
I think everybody's just running through the door.
like fire.
Going once, going twice, and everyone's out the door. Let's all move back to Redstone. You stupid autosave. Good old Redstone. Okay, well, regardless, you guys all make it out the door. Barnaby slams the door. You just hear thud, 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 thud. As you guys are in Redstone, and oddly enough, you guys all have clothes on again. And Clean Masters is still outside, just going, Clean Masters. Clean Masters. Romardo, unfortunately, an elderly lady walks up to you and goes, "That's where you've been hiding this whole time. He's disappointed in you. You know that."
Are we watching ourselves? That happen?
Nope, this is all happening to you guys right now.
Oh.
Omar's like just laying face down in the dirt after falling out of the building. He's like, you're right to scold Romardo, but like, look at me right now. Do you think I'm the good guy to be with?
No, I think you're an absolute piece of garbage. She stuck her neck out for you, and you failed her, and now I gotta sell your stupid, ugly stuff.
Right. So just it's better this way.
Damn right. And like she like walks away, and now looking at you from an entirely different angle, there is a young woman who was like happy to see you for a split second, then sees your state and is just upset.
I was like, honestly, it's better this way. If she tried to come with us, she would have died. We are not good at keeping a lot of people alive.
They just slowly open up their door. The elder lady ushers her in and then closes the door and like one look at you, and it's just angry. It's not disappointed. It's just anger, and she slams the door.
Trying to save the world. Romardo does not have time for this bullshit.
All of you, welcome back to Redstone. What appears to be about 3 hours before you guys walked into the clock tower.
Does that mean I didn't pay them my debt?
That would be correct.
Does that mean that we haven't given Clean Masters?
That would be correct. You are clothed.
Oh, well, that's crazy. Time works crazy, guys.
I guess we have to go put it in order with Clean Masters again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
As you guys head back to Clean Masters, you guys kind of have the same encounters. Obviously, there's somebody, Romardo, that looks at you with a shit grin, just being like, "Hey, I got the better of you." There is a man who looks at you guys walking through the street and just full panics and starts to like hop and like crawl away as he like braces one of his legs. It's very odd because you all know these people should be in different places right now. And the Kraken, you notice your hula hoop of sand is about down to a quarter of the sand that you had for you about 5 minutes ago.
We used some time.
With that, I assume you guys do the same procedure with Clean Masters, unless anyone would like to do something different.
Sounds good.
I think the order stands.
All right. With that, you guys are naked in Redstone, and I think we pick up on this next week. Right back where you started.
Yeah, right back where we started.
I was like, this time I'm going to it. I'm going to the tavern. I'm drinking and I'm going to bed. I'm not fucking with the parents this time.
In fact, you guys can like if you want to give me the last of your day, unless you guys want to like bang bang go do something right away. If you don't want to waste any time, tell me that. If you would like to, yes, get some rest before you go, tell me that. Unfortunately, all the damage you guys have had stays. So Barnaby, Romardo, Sheva, you guys are all down 5 hit points. The Kraken, you're still at 4. You were down 4 hit points from last session.
Yep.
Yep. Tim would be down 5, and Barnaby would be down 5 as well. So it's up to you guys. Would you guys like to get some rest, or are you just going to push through?
I would like to.
I don't suppose for the rest of the evening, while we wait for Clean Masters to do his thing, we could find someone to patch us up.
Yeah.
Cool. This is Redstone. What do we know about Redstone, Romardo? Is there someone who'd patch you up?
Well, are there any of the guys with the bad tattoo around? They might have a doctor.
You're specifically looking someone with a bad tattoo. I mean, it's not hard to find for you. Because eventually, kind of, if you just like glance around town, you'll see someone who like looks at you and like nods their head.
Listen, me and my friend just got mugged by fairies. We need some medical attention.
Okay, I can get it for you. And this like larger goblin who like you can tell if he was around other goblins would be the LeBron James of goblins, but around humans he just kind of looks a little short. He goes, "I've got you. Follow me." And he walks his way kind of through the like housing development. He opens up a door that like just it gets stuck on the floorboard. You just gotta it gives it a kick and
I trust this completely.
Yeah, absolutely. He like walks to the center of the room and he goes, "I'm going to close the curtains now," and looks you dead in the eyes, Romardo.
Yeah, I trust this completely.
He pulls a lever
in his underwear.
he pulls like the lever for the curtains to like yank them shut, and you guys all slide down this like massive slip and slide, which is terrifying for like 8 seconds, and then it's been a little bit too long, and you've turned too many times, and then you stop. Multiple individuals, most of which not human, just kind of walking about. They all stop. And they go, "Bad does not mean bad. Bad can sometimes mean good." As they look right at you and all say it together.
Those words have never been spoken.
One of them, the goblin, goes, "They need medical attention. Can we please get a physician?" And like individuals start heading up towards you. Everyone's getting bandaged. You are all given potions to drink. It's up to you to drink them or not. But for the rest of the night, you have a cozy, quote unquote, bad bed to stay in.
Just being a leader of a criminal syndicate is not so bad.
And of course, multiple bags of gold are brought up to you, Romardo. And they tell you where they're from, but let's be honest, they're sketchy, rich people who have either cheated people or raised prices of things, and they ask, "What should we do with this?"
Oh my god, did you steal it from my stepdad?
One of them like audibly laughs and then like looks around. Yes.
These guys. I don't know. Honestly, like I don't know, share it. Give it to poor people of Redstone. There's a lot of them.
Okay.
And then like he writes down an address. He's like, "Is this one particular old lady and her granddaughter? You need to give them a couple pieces of gold for Mardo. Kind of fuck them for a few months of rent."
Oh yeah, yeah. She's been upset. A lot of very terrible rumors spread about you.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Most of them are true. It's okay.
Most.
I mean, I don't know what she's been saying, but I'm sure some of it's based in truth.
Okay. It's cool. Yeah. Well, 5, 4.
That could go. I mean, no.
Okay. Would in a
Honestly,
letter attached?
I think I really go for like, no, just give her the money.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
But like, be sneaky about it. Like, slide it under the door or something. You know.
Yeah. No, we'll be sneaky about it. Anything else in particular?
Mm. Take a shit on Trent's doorstep.
Done. And you see this like walking, like almost orangutan like individual stop and look at you and go, "I'm on it." And he just like starts walking through a door.
God damn it! I like these guys. But yes, you're done.
So with that, without any other instructions, Kraken Sheva, anything you would like to do in the underground of the bad company?
Find an event.
Oh yeah. Romardo, is an event happening in the underground? It is your underground.
I mean, I feel like there wouldn't necessarily always be one,
Mm-hmm.
but like, there's no rule saying that there can't be one.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for event.
The good news is you are under a city. So, I mean, if an event's happening in the city, you would see it from their basement and their floorboards.
People would
I mean-
suss it out.
I might see something. I might hear something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a busy town. Nate, anything the Kraken's doing?
He's gonna drink a potion and have a chat with Barnaby.
Absolutely. What about specifically?
Learn about the scouts.
Okay.
Like, almost getting to questioning his existence
Mm-hmm.
with Barnaby, but but he can't get the words out,
Mm-hmm.
and like finding out how old the Kraken really is. It's just like a couple months old.
Yeah. Barnaby, kind of towards that, and like you find out how old you are. He goes, but there's this weird like oceanic properties that you have, and some of those creatures have gone past ages and ages. We truly don't know a lot about oceanic creatures. So
I'm
who
from
knows?
the ocean.
Well, you are always wet. I've seen like tentacles come out of you once or twice.
Yeah.
Screams ocean to me.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's worth looking into.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, nobody's watching, right? And he like looks over his shoulder. We could turn back that dial on you. See if it goes back 2 months, then we know. But what if it goes back further?
That could have, yeah.
Also, you're god of the messages, but now
Yeah.
you're holding and you have manipulated time.
Oh, God.
What happened to the god of time? Are you also the god of time?
Am I? I think he's with
What
Orby.
did happen to him?
He went with Orby.
He sure did go with Orby.
Yeah. He went with Orby. really know what happened to that guy.
Orby floats
I-
by whistling a unsuspicious tune.
Horrible. Why did you join the guy's tracking? I want to be honest, I forgot about that.
All right, Barnaby, turn it 2 months before.
Oh, you hand it to Barnaby, and it turns into a watch.
Oh,
One of the hands is moving extremely fast and like resets every like 60-ish seconds. Who knows? And Barnaby stops it. And everything stops moving around you and him.
well,
It was almost out of sand, right? Are you sure you want to do this?
probably not, because there'll be I don't know where I came from, but maybe that's later. That time may be important, just when we're down on the surface.
Barnaby's still like holding that pin in place. And you can see his brain wants to know what's next, but he also doesn't want to like disappoint anyone. And he holds it. About 15 seconds go by as he's like looking at you, looking at it, looking at you, looking at it. And like for you, the Kraken, people have been moving constantly and they're just frozen in time.
Yeah.
And then
Barnaby.
Barnaby lets go.
That's our life. That we'll probably save our lives
Okay, you're right.
on the surface.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I think a lot, you know, and it's
That's all right. I don't think a lot.
yeah,
That's why I gave you the answer.
right. Yeah. So
We'll find out what I look like, who I am 2 months ago,
okay.
maybe later.
Yeah, well, when we're done with this adventure, that we're gonna make it, right? We're gonna make it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna make it.
Because nobody can sweep a shop room like me. I just want you like,
You're more than just the broom, Barnaby.
yeah. Well, now I am.
You're a Kraken scout.
Don't make me blush.
And then the Kraken drinks a potion, I guess.
Barnaby will cheers you, drink his potion. And with that, we will get back to Redstone. You guys will be down to 2 days after a good night's sleep and like a hearty start to the next day. Just so everyone's aware.
The Kraken does yell out, "Hey guys, I'm 2 months old."
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Oh. But with that, I have been fairies, not to mention fairies, also fairies, and a little bit of Tim, a very large amount of angry and confused Orby, Barnaby, but not to mention fairies. Who hasn't been any fairies is Shefa, who played Sheva. Maybe.
Also mute.
Also mute.
Sorry, I was muted. I was brushing my teeth.
Don't you dare have dental hygiene. Hopefully not having any dental hygiene is Ian, who played Rimardo. And not fairies.
No, in fact, I'm making my teeth dirtier on purpose.
Yes, kids, learn that lesson. Nate, who played the Kraken, and definitely not any fairies. Dental hygiene. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Boo. That's clearly a joke. I have terrible teeth, and I'm working my best to make them better. Anyone got any fun things they want to shout out before I hit buttons? Going once? Going twice. And sold. Have a great week, people. Goodbye.